had woken up to his normal like priestly duties and had done all that stuff before he had come to meet with the rest of the group. Um, and then Gwiniel had come out of the forest and had actually met Sophia at a little restaurant for breakfast, um, where it became apparent that Sophia was a vegetarian, which was at odds with this lizard folk that was downing meat like no other. Um, and then Avam, who had been living at the sort of I'm blanking on the name of it, the sorcery school there, had got up to his normal routine before he went to go meet uh, with the quest giver. I'm blanking, but he had gotten there early, so he was kind of sitting there impatiently on the bench, waiting for anybody else to show up. As Baladin had kind of arrived, Avam had quickly established that this was now his best friend, um, and kind of introduced himself and got integrated with Baladin before the rest of the group had shown up. Um, his quill quibbles had been taking notes throughout, kind of writing out any useful stuff as they kind of got backfilled in on the details of what they needed to do. More or less, they had learned that there's some sort of disease or something like that that's starting to become an issue, and they wanted the party to kind of go and confirm whether or not this was going to be a something more than just an outbreak. They had gone up to the medical department to kind of get more details on it, where they had learned that even with a dead corpse, this fungal sort of infection could still animate the body and attack. Sophia, in her great wisdom, had accidentally got her broom stuck on the other side of the barrier and had to think quick and grab it. But even an inanimate object like the broom had some fungal infection after it had been grabbed. Um, After this, they had all kind of went out to the nearby inn for the heroes, where they kind of settled in and then had dinner. Um, and that is where we left off, if I'm not mistaken.
That was really good. Give yourself an absolute inspiration. The school you're talking about is the School of Arcanium, and but besides that, that was a really good recap. Thank you. Um, we're gonna start our session today where it's early in the morning. Out of you two, which one will be the first one to wake up?
Um, I would say Avam probably sweeps in a little bit because the heroes' dinner was actually a little bit later than what he normally would have stayed up for.
Okay, so then we'll go with Gwen. Uh, you'll be the first one to wake up.
Sure thing. Yeah, I'll wake up.
um, it's about I'd say about 9 in the morning. You woke up after filling your stomach with all the food. You guys will have that heroes feast buffs starting today, so it kind of carried on over to the day for you guys. What are you doing as you wake up, Gwen?
Oh, I'm probably gonna go and try to uh, find some of meat that I can chow down on for breakfast.
Yeah, sure. So as you leave your
I scared her by
a-
looking at her.
as you leave your room and go down the hall. As you look down the stairs to your right, you will see that there is a bit of a morning bustle. Adventurers, workers are getting ready for their day. There's a few goblins coming in for their morning breakfast before they start building a new construction. Uh, And it looks like the inn's bar is definitely pulling out hot food that has a breakfast menu. Are you gonna walk down there?
Yes, I will walk down there.
As you reach the bar, you do see there's a breakfast menu. They have eggs and beans. They have breads and a vegetarian kind of like fruits platter. They have an all meat omelet with sausage and bread, and they have they do actually have coffee hot and ready.
Well, I'm gonna get whatever is gonna give me the most meat that I can get.
Do you just want to ask them directly? You just want meat, or would you want to get the all you can eat meat omelet?
You know, I will get the all-you-can-eat meat omelets.
A goblin's head kind of peeks over the counter and goes, "All right, I can get you the all you can eat meats. I feel like you would. Do you just? You're big. Do you just want one omelet, or like how many omelets?
Well, let's bring me 5 to start with.
5? Oh my god. Okay, 5 it is. That'll be Is this like an open tab situation? Is this like the first set of breakfast for you?
Yes.
Pulls out a piece of paper and kind of writes, "What's your name?"
I will go ahead and respond saying, just do a shortened version, just say that my name's Gwen.
Gwen Dragonborn, and kind of clips it on a little tab that says tabs. All right, sit down. We'll bring you your breakfast. Thank you. As you go sit down, is there anything you're doing while you're waiting for your food, or are you just waiting?
No, I'm just gonna be waiting.
Okay. A dwarf woman kind of comes out holding a cafe of coffee and a cup and goes, "Hi, do you want some coffee at all as your breakfast is coming out?"
Sure, I will give this coffee a try.
Oh, you never had coffee. It is
No.
lifesaver. And she puts it down. She gently. You smell like a strong, rich aroma. I'd say it's almost. It has like a hint of wood in it. As she pours the coffee, it's just a perfect blend of dark and light brown color to it. As she'll kind of walk away. While Gwen is waiting for her food and trying her coffee, uh, Sophia, how late would you be sleeping in?
Probably not too late. I wouldn't say that she's like an early morning riser, but I wouldn't say that she's like afternoon person either.
And how late were you thinking of Avam's gonna sleep? Do you want to be just the Avam? Do you think you just want to be the last one waking up?
I would say he's probably normally an early morning, so like 6ish. But because of how late the thing was, I'd say it's probably like a 9 o'clock ish.
9 o'clock-ish. Okay, I'll say you're the second one up then.
Okay.
What are you doing as you wake up on us? Like the sun is just beaming perfectly through your windows. It looks like a beautiful day outside. What are you doing?
Avam is kind of a creature of nature, so like he's gonna hop out, um, go over and get quibbles. I think today we're gonna be an orange. We're doing orange today. And you'll see Quibbles kind of flicker as like the tip changes from the green that he was using the day before to an orange, and then he goes through his normal sort of routine, um, showering, like all of that before heading down to breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. The bathtub actually has well, for you it's a shower, because you can just sit underneath the faucet. So yeah, that absolutely works. Are you going down to eat breakfast too?
Yeah.
As you start kind of hopping down the wooden stairs, you do see Gwen is kind of just sitting at one of the tables on the far left side, kind of just eyeing a cup that's in front of her. Do you approach her, or do you want to go talk to the bar first?
I think he's gonna get breakfast first, just because, as of right now, he hasn't formed any major attachments with anybody except Paladin.
Fair enough. Are you gonna? You're able to. You're able to. The goblin can't see you because it's sitting on a stool, just to see above the counter, or it has steps. Either way, are you gonna jump on top of the counter, or just kind of like, hey,
Uh,
down here?
he's gonna stay down and. Do you have croissants and some cheese and maybe a smattering of ham?
Kind of like you see like this green hand slam on the counter in edge in front of you. It's the second one as it pulls itself over. Its big eyes looking down at you. Oh, you're fucking small. Holy sh! By the gods, yeah. What do you want?
I want some cheese and some ham and a croissant or some other pastry or bread, because I'm gonna put them in and make a sandwich.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck is a croissant. Whatever. We don't have that, but we have some honey bread. I'll bring. Is that all you want?
Yes, I'm not very big.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. 2 silver.
Alrighty.
Takes the 2 silver and kind of walks away. And do you go sit with Gwen or do you find your own seat?
Seeing as he doesn't know anybody else here, he'll go sit by her, but it'll be one of those where like he pulls up to the or like kind of hops up into the seat and just sits there. He doesn't say anything. He's just there, kind of like drumming on the table as he's waiting.
Okay. Gwen, as you're still just eyeing your coffee, not on. Sorry, 1 second. I apologize. What's going on? Post it in the stream. I haven't figured that one out yet.
You just go to your character.
Yeah.
So there's the one that says character profile. There's a box that literally says like mind shows what's on Avam's mind, and you just type in there and hit enter.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
So Gwen, you've been staring at this coffee. I guess maybe you're not eager to try it, but you are curious enough that it's now sitting in front of you, and insurance wants to sell to you guys. As you're eyeing this coffee, you do see Avan kind of hop in his chair and kind of scoot in close, and is now drumming on the table, but he doesn't say anything to you. Do you say anything, or are you gonna finally take that sip of coffee, or?
I'm gonna say good morning to him as I take like the smallest sip of coffee.
It's bold, but man, is the flavor fucking rich too. It just like with such a small sip, it was like a little bit of a angel dust of coffee that scattered across your tongue. I would say that it is delightful.
Hi, Gwen. Did you get some cheese with your meat?
No, I did not.
But why?
I haven't had cheese before. I usually stick with a diet of mostly meat.
But cheese has calcium, which is good for strong bones.
I don't think I have that problem. I think I'm okay.
Okay, brittle bones.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and drink some more of my coffee at that.
as you take a bigger sip this time, it is like an avalanche of richness that goes down your gullet. For sure. As, I don't know if I would call it your. Would your character like bold and rich flavors?
I would say yeah.
I could say. I would say this could be easily your favorite drink. Without how.
Excellent.
Uh, Sophia, we'll kind of turn back to you while Avon and Gwen are waiting for their meal. You're the last one to wake up. It's getting close to 10 o'clock as the dishes are about to come out of the kitchen. What are you doing, Sophia?
So she wakes up in her room. She wakes up like real suddenly. She starts brushing like oh, I was dreaming. Oh, thank goodness. And she gets up, kind of pulls herself together, gets dressed for the day, and double checks the bathtub to make sure that she hasn't unleashed the flood again.
Yeah, it's
Once-
empty.
Yeah, once she's satisfied with that, she will grab her broom and usher for her cauldron to follow her as they make their way downstairs.
Your cauldron was upside down with its legs hanging on the outside rim of it, sleeping and almost kind of snoring as it kind of like hops and clanks as the elixir on the inside slowly refills magically, and it follows.
Perfect. She will she will head downstairs for breakfast or
Okay.
whatever else is going on.
As you're riding your broom.
She's just carrying it.
Okay. As you go down, you do see it. Like I said earlier, it's quite busy. People are going in and out. It's a little less busy now, as it's been an hour from the bustle and hustle. There's only a few construction goblins and a few adventuring people who are eating breakfast. You do see your newly found friends, Gwen and Avon, eating on a table on the left-hand side. But I'm guessing you're gonna head to the bar first, right?
Either to the bar or to a table if she sees anybody.
So you would see Avon and Gwen sitting down on the left side table of the inn, and they're actually just receiving both of their plates of food.
Or she'll slide down next to Gwen and just be like, "Oh, more meat, I see. How did you sleep?"
And I'm gonna take a bite of my meat and then drink some more coffee and be like, I slept pretty good.
Oh,
How'd you?
well, to be quite honest, not so well. I had this horrible dream about spiders. Listen, I know that I love all of nature's things, and I do. I love them, but I would really prefer if they would stay off of me, even in my dreams. And she'll kind of usher for one of the goblins to take her order.
As you do that, you kind of notice, like, and Avon, you notice as well. When she brought the food, you thought it was for a different table because of how many plates. But like in front of Gwen is 5 plates of massive meat-filled omelets that she is just devouring on. One of the goblins comes walking over and goes, "Yeah, what can I get you, sugar tits?"
She looks down. She's like, "Oh dear, did I spill sugar on me?" She kind of tries to like, wipe it off.
I can lick it off for you.
She's, "Oh goodness, no, I would just very much like, a breakfast salad, maybe like a summer capri salad, if you will."
Oh my God, I heard about you from yesterday. That no meat.
No, preferably not, please. Nuts are fine.
He kind of like scratches his chin and kind of chuckles. Ha! Yeah, nuts are great. We have serving right now. We have this fruit latte, whatever that's called. It comes with an assortment of honey bread, fruits, and a small salad. I'm guessing that's what you want.
Oh yes, perfect. That sounds delightful. Thank you.
All right. Do you want some coffee?
She goes, "Oh, I've never had coffee. Is it good?"
Oh my god, both of you at the same table. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, we'll bring you out coffee. As he kind of scratches his butt and kind of walks away.
And Sophia kind of like leans over the table and goes, "What's coffee?"
Well, if you don't have a whole lot of energy, you drink coffee to get energy. I don't have that problem.
Says, "Yes, you are quite small in stature. I'd imagine that your energy is pretty abundant. Um, okay, it sounds good. I guess I'll try it."
As you're saying this to Avan, this strong, rich smell kind of fills up your nostrils, coming from Gwen in her cup, as she is just silently sipping and eating her meat-filled omelets.
Oh, goodness, is that coffee? Is that what that smells like? Is that normal?
I'm gonna look at you and be like, yeah, I think so. It's my first time, but it's quite delicious. Do you want to try some? I'll offer my cup to you.
She's like, "Oh, okay." And she'll take it. She'll kind of look at it. Do I notice anything about it?
It is like a perfect in between of dark to a light blend of coffee. It's a very bold, rich smell that kind of almost overtakes you. And you think you smell a hint of bark.
No cream, no sugar in this.
Nope.
Just straight black,
Just straight black.
like my men.
I mean, if that's what you're into, I get it.
She kind of like swirls it in her hands, and she takes a small sip, and you see her kind of like make a face as she recoils back. She hands it back to you very slowly, Gwen. And she says, "That is absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to have my own cup." You can tell that she doesn't like it, but she's too polite to say so.
I'll just take it back and just finish drinking the cup and wait for a refill.
And within about a few minutes, two goblins come out. One of them is holding this large wooden bowl that has like a beautiful circle design of fruit with the salad in the middle. And on the side of that bowl is two pieces of honey bread. It's a very dark brownish bread with a golden honey glaze on it. As they slide that over to you, and they slide you their cup of coffee, the goblin goes, "Do you need a refill?" As it looks at Gwen.
I will look at them and be like, yes, I would like a refill, please.
Yeah. So I coming right up. Refills it up, places it to you. Almost spilled it onto you, like how fast and a little pushy he was about it. Before they both kind of wander away. I will be right back, but you guys just go ahead and roleplay as you guys eat breakfast and drink coffee.
Gwen, you said there was no cheese. How are you eating an omelet without cheese?
Just egg and meat, obviously.
I don't really think that's an omelet. Wouldn't that just be fried egg?
You know, I don't know. Normally I'm here for just meat, and that was the closest I had, so.
I think you have cheese and you just don't know what cheese is.
It's possible. I mean, I just had coffee for the first time, so.
Are you just wanting some cheese?
No. I was explaining that cheese is important for building strong bones.
And she says, "I also do quite agree, but there are also other things that you can eat to help build strong bones. Such as like things packed in proteins, like nuts. A lot of tree nuts are very, very, very rich in protein. And in fact, it doesn't just have to be cheese. Like you can do any kind of dairy, like a nice glass of milk, or maybe some cream, or and she's trying to think of like other things that go along with dairy. She's like, cream."
Yes,
I'm just
those.
gonna look between the two of you and be like, and just eat my meat. Like, I feel like I'm getting plenty of protein with my meat.
Yeah, Sophia, it's calcium, not protein. But you're right. You do get it from milk and cream. But cheese is better. Anyways, I think you got to up your protein intake because I don't think these sows are going to be cutting it. When we're hiking for like 20 miles, I feel like you're going to be lagging behind.
It's like, well, I assure you, on my brim, I might actually be faster than you. And just so you are aware, I do uh, consistent in my diet is bark of the elder tree, which is very high in protein. And that should give me all of the energy and everything that I need to sustain myself. Thank you.
Huh. That doesn't sound like it tastes very good.
Actually, it's quite wonderful. It's got this nice, like, robust flavor to it. I've other people who have tried it have told me that it tastes very similar to bacon, although I really don't want to think about that.
How good are the liars that are telling you this at lying?
'Cause she like cocks her head. She's liars. I do apologize, Avam, but I do not associate with liars. Are you telling me that you yourself are a liar, little friend?
Oh shit.
No, but I don't see how tree bark tastes like bacon.
Oh gosh, golly, I will
The
just
texture
have
alone,
to
I think,
try it.
doesn't even work. But I don't know.
You know what they, you know what they say. Don't knock it till you try it.
Sure. As he goes back to nibbling his croissant sandwich. Well, I guess it's honey bread sandwich, but
Gwen, how many sets of 5 plates of omelet, all you can eat meat omelets are you gonna eat?
Jesus Christ.
Uh, we'll just stick with the 5 and call it good.
Okay, I'd say
And
it's
5
getting.
cups of coffee.
They bring them out. It's part of the whole package of living, of being here. And actually, Ivan, take your 2 silver back. I'm gonna say that your guys' whole feast is on the house because you guys have a room here. It's quite an expensive inn. Uh, um, Now you guys still need to register your name with the Adventurers Guild, and then figure out what path you guys are gonna take. So are you guys gonna head towards the Adventuring Guild, or are you gonna make sure you guys know what name you guys want before you head over
I
there?
have in my notes written down that we did decide on a name. So um, I would say we would head there
Yeah,
to get
weren't we the
registered.
rushing leaves?
Stone and Thorn.
Stone and Thorn.
I like that, Stone and Thorn. That's great. Perfect. And so who will be the one filling out the paperwork and everything?
Sophia
I'm
can.
gonna say not me because I don't know how to write.
This saying can't stop me because I can't read.
That's a whole lot of words you threw at me, but guess what? I can't read them.
No, I can read. I can't write is what I can't do.
Sophia prides herself on her
Very,
penmanship.
it's very runey cursive. Okay, so you guys will head there. It'll take about, I don't know. Traffic is still pretty busy in the early morning. Of people, carts, and whatnot. I would say it'd probably take you guys a good 15 minutes to get there, but you do get there. Avon, are you going with them or Gwen? Well, I'll go to Avon first. Avon, are you going with them at all while they sign things up, or is there anything you want to do while they're doing that?
I assumed we'd all be going together for the registration.
Perfect. Gwen, you feel the same, yeah?
Well, yeah, because Sophia's my new friend, and so I gotta stick with her.
Okay, cool. Perfect. You guys head in there. And just like how I described it before, it's these small emission boxes that people stand in or have like it's like a small little office. There's about 6 of them. You can actually walk between them because there's an aisle that kind of leads straight across from one end to the other, so it kind of helps with traffic and there's not lines covering up the whole area. And one of them has a tiefling male who's right now just doing some paperwork with no lines currently.
Are you ready, Sophia?
Oh, yes, of course. And she grabs a quill and gets ready.
Oh, hi. Are you guys looking to do a quest, or are you banding together? Or how can I help you today?
Well, I do know that we need to register our name with you. And she kind of like looks around at the rest of the group to make sure that she's doing this correctly.
Ah, perfect. Absolutely, I can definitely help you out with that. He slides you about it's about 4 pages thick of a form, and goes, sign that. Write your name, spell out the information, bring it back to me, and we'll get you processed.
She goes, perfect, will do, right away. And she grabs it and starts filling it out, making sure that to write Stone and Thorn as like bold and italic, but as beautiful as possible.
Okay. How about you roll me a sleight of hand check?
Uh-oh. Come on, Sophia, you dumb bitch. 14.
Yeah, it is actually quite fancy the way you're going about this. It asks for names, addresses. It's a lot of information about oneself and like each party member you're filling out. This easily took you about 30 minutes to fill out and to get everyone's information. As you bring it in, your wrist is kind of throbbing a little bit from having to do that much paperwork. As the tiefling kind of takes it and looks it up, he kind of looks at the papers, blows on them to make sure the ink stays dry. Goes Stone and Thorn.
Yep, that is us.
It's a good stockful name. Strong foundation. Glad to have you guys. Do you already have a quest that you're looking to get assigned to you, or do you need me to bring you out some of our quests?
And she goes, oh, as she kind of like pops and turns over to Avam and says, were we already doing something?
That's what I thought. We just needed to be legal.
She goes, oh, yes, actually, we are already doing something. We just needed to be legal.
I wonder, as he kind of reaches down, pulls out a scroll on a Robinson, and goes, oh, okay. The guild master was waiting for you guys to fully get paperwork. I'm not gonna read that out loud. All right, perfect. I can definitely help you guys. So, actually, as he kind of sets the scroll down, he opens up a drawer, closes that one, opens up another one, and he hands you guys 4 bracelets that have a bronze tied to them. He mutters a few words and he casts prestidigitation as he basically puts your guys' adventure number. It's 4 digits long. You guys can just make up your own and just text it to me. Your names and your guys' group name are all on each tag as he hands it to each of you guys.
Sweet.
So he just handed us like some dog tags.
Yeah, basically, but it's bronze for Bronze Adventurer, and it has all your information.
Is this like a bracelet? Is it a necklace? Or is it just a tag?
It's a bracelet, but you can ask for. You can clearly see behind him. There's like different types of length of gray wire, so they can make it into a necklace or a tag where you want. He just gives you the default. It's up to you to ask.
Yeah, and she leans up. She's like, "Actually, could I have something, a little bit longer? I would like to wear it around my neck, please, if that's no trouble."
Yeah, sure. How exposed is your breast, by the way?
Um, well, I mean, in the picture of her dress, I'm gonna say that she's got a pretty good mid cut, so she's probably got some good cleavage going on.
Yeah, he kind of like coughs a little bit as he like scratches his cheek, and he kind of grabs the wire and kind of fixes it for you and goes, "There you go, nice and that should suit you." Anything else I can do for your guys' tags before we get you assigned?
Is there? I'm sorry, DM. Is there a specific type of metal that this is kind of like made out of?
Bronze.
Bronze.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to use heat metal to attempt to change the color of the bronze. She's basically trying to iodize it into like a more purplish color, purple like teal color.
As you try that, you actually see that it's magically resistant, as the bronze color prefers your rank.
She goes, "Oh, well, that's disappointing."
Well, you say that until someone wants to get mithril level quests and is obviously not a mithril level person. So we kind of keep it color rated so no one does any type of lying and mischievous work. And those are, by the way, the moment you put those on, those will attune to your arcadic aura. Even if you don't use magic, you have a little bit about you. It will match your signature so we know who we are talking to.
Neat.
Yeah, I thought so too. All right, perfect. Well, no one needs anything else altered, which is great. So, you guys have 2 quests that are assigned only to you. If you can complete both of them, it could rank you up to the next level of silver. Uh, or is it copper? No, bronze. Is copper above bronze? Doesn't matter. We'll just say silver. He goes, one of them, you need to go help investigate some runes for this archaeologist of Silvershore. He's actually waiting for you or anyone to help, realistically. Another one is a little bit past the new garrison city of the dwarves. There's a village past them that does deal with sometimes raids from the dragon spawn, but all of their children are going missing, and that's not a dragon spawn thing. So we think it might be included in. As he kind of looks at the scroll and sees some parts have been like blacked out, or no, they're encrypted, so he can't even read them. I don't know what you guys were looking for out there. All I know is it might lead to whatever you're investigating. As he kind of rolls it up and hands Sophia the roll that has both quests on there. Which one are you going to go do first?
She's kind of like looking at everybody like I'm an elected official. I can't make decisions by myself.
Well, I'm all for just doing what we were originally tasked with, but I also like looking at dig sites for magical items, so
Um, uh, Gwen, as she jots her head over towards you.
Sorry, repeat that. I had kids asking for food.
We're tasked with 2 different quests. The original quest at hand, and God, what was the other one?
So these 2 quests are linked to your original thing, which is investigating that fungal undeath and looking for a cult. Both these quests go talk to this archaeologist who's discovered some strange runes in a temple, or go investigate missing children at a village. Both of these are 2 mysterious things that could be linked to this so-called rumors of a cult.
So essentially, Sophia is asking your input on what to do first.
Okay, gotcha. So Gwen's gonna look between the two of you, and gonna say that I think that we should do the one involving the missing kids first.
My dear, you're not going to eat them, are you?
No. I quite enjoy children.
Hopefully not eating them.
I'm not gonna eat them. I enjoy their company.
Really?
I don't eat children.
I sure hope so, because so far I've seen you eat everything in sight.
Yeah, meat of animals, not people's.
Because technically, by nature, we are all animals.
That's what we all say.
No, I
Well-
will not eat the children.
He's all watching you guys bicker this and be like, right, listen, my lunch break is like coming up, so listen, whoever you eat, as long as you don't eat humanoids, I'm cool with you, and I won't call the guards. Alright. That was unprofessional. I won't say what I was going to say. Anyway, which one are you going on first? Is it the children one? It sounds like it's the children one.
I guess so.
All right. The town is called Weather Brooks. It's about a 2-day trip past the garrison city of the Runeforged Dwarves. Buy your gear now. Buy everything you guys need. If you guys want to rent a cart taxi to take you out there, you'll find the stables next to the south gate, which leads to the garrison city. But I'll have this, and you actually see him like wave his hand as your guys' name is like etched on this metal tab that's bronze, as he slides it in, and these magic runes form, which kind of states the quest that you guys are going on. And he goes, all right, once you finish figuring that whole mess out, you'll come back here, report it, and then you'll head to your next one. Don't do both. That way we don't have the sooner we get quests marked off, the better it is for our systems and for other adventures and so on. So just make sure you come back here first before you head to the next one, all right?
Easy enough.
Right, come back here. Got it.
Awesome. Well, it's great to see a new group with a strong name. I wish you adventurers nothing but luck, fun, and keep your heads on your shoulders. You guys have a great day. You be safe out there. Next! As he hits a bell and it rings.
Like, yes, may the goddess of nature shine her glorious bosom upon you.
As he like kind of like almost chokes on his own spit. But, thank you. Have a good one.
And she will, with her broom and her cauldron, just kind of trot her way to the door.
Perfect. So to the city there are 2 gates. There's the north one that leads to the Durmess Forest that you're from, or the Redwood Kingdom. The south gate leads to the garrison city of the Runeforged Dwarves, and it leads to the Valador Mountains and so forth. The south gate, they do deal with raiding parties of dragon spawn, but it's not very often since this past year. This is the time for you guys to go buy any supplies you need for traveling. If you want to buy a cart and buy your own traveling vehicle, or if you guys want to rent one, or if you just want to walk it, that's up to you. But we'll go in order of Discord. So, Avan, anything that you need to do to get ready for traveling?
He would probably make a quick run to see if there's any of the magic items, like kind of like on his dream sheet, available before heading out. But whether or not they're in his price range is to be determined.
Okay, let me see here. Bear with me real quick. So you're going to the magic store to see some items, right?
Yeah, kind of browsing unless something that he's kind of wanting is in his price range.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a 1d100.
It's 46.
Okay, let me see here. Let's see. Bear with me, sorry. Okay, that's not what I want that to go that far. That's a little too much. Okay, so as you go to the magic store, there's a old man who has a bit of a hunchback. He's got a very pointy chin that rounds off at the end. It makes his face quite long, and he has quite the long nose. His eyes are a little sunk in as he wears large framed glasses, and he's wearing robes. He's bald on the top of his head, as he has short white hair going around the rim of his head. He goes, come in. How can I help you at the Magic Emporium of Silvershore Bay?
Hi! I'm just kind of browsing, but hey, Quibbles, what was it? Do you have our list? And he kind of goes on it. Huh. Well, I think the easiest items to maybe find would be the Helm of Comprehending Languages, or an Arcane Grimoire. If you have one of those, that would be fantastic. I have some other ones on my list, but I feel like they're probably not in stock.
Oh, let me see. As he kind of like walks away and opens up a room with a key, and he kind of walks in for a second. He walks out. He's holding a small clipboard with some paper, and goes, "Well, some of the items we have in today, we have a discharging hand axe. It's a nice little hand axe that has a little bit of lightning coming off of it. Very nice, very nice. And we have the charming chain shirt. Has an alluring glare to it. And then we have something that's a little bit different. It's more of a trinket. We have the Expeditious Linen Handkerchief. And I do have some Arcanic Grimoires available too.
I think we'll just do the Arcane Grimoire if it's with not too expensive.
What is your price range?
I don't want to go more than probably like 200 or 300 gold, if possible.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. One second. As he kind of like goes back into the room as he starts shifting through some papers. About 5 minutes later, he kind of comes out. I have 2 books that you can fit in your price range. We have an arcane that basically helps boost your spell casting. This one is the more cheaper one, as he hands it to you, and it's a leather bound book with a green type of border backline that has a small lock on it. And then the second one is it's a bit bigger. It has a more metal based lock around it. It has the same type of matching arcanic frame design, but instead of green, it's more of a blue cover. This one's a little more expensive. This one, as he pats the blue one, I'd be willing to give you for 300. This one, as he pats the blue one, I would be willing to give this to you for about around let's say 80.
Well, I think I'll do the 300 one.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Absolutely. As he starts to, is it a gift? Do you want a gift wrapped, or is it just for you?
Just for me.
Oh, okay. As he starts to wrap it in leather, he kind of stops and goes, I'll tell you what. Since you bought this one, I will sell you the green one for 80 gold.
But why do I need two?
More the merrier. Who knows? I'm just offering.
You'll see Avam kind of look at Quibbles, and Quibbles will go, "Yeah, that's what I thought. No, just the one."
He looks a little upset as he quickly wraps it and goes, "All right, that'll be 300 gold."
Thank you.
Thank you. As he kind of push the gold into a little bag of holding, ties it, locks it back up in his little vault underneath the counter. All right. Anything else you want to do?
No, after that, then Avam would probably go to meet back up, to head out.
Okay. Gwen. Oh, by the way, that shop was on the third. There's about six. I believe I said there were 6 rings to the city. They kind of wrap around that kind of surround the tower in the middle. That one was found on the third ring. Gwen, is there any gear you want to buy? Any traveling stuff you want to buy? Do you want anything at all?
I think she's pretty set for it.
Okay. Sophia, what about you?
Sophia would like to inquire about a cart. Maybe something like it doesn't have to be. Like, she's not looking for something big, but enough to like carry some supplies. Maybe be able to house like a tent in the back for some shelter if they need it.
Okay. Alright, that could definitely work. So you would probably head near the south gate. Now this city, the gates, just to give you guys a little more detail about the city. To the west side, on the far edge of the city, is where the dwarves live. On the outer rings, there is actually an active volcano. That's on the edge of the small little island that the city is built upon. On the west side is the Silver Shore Bay, and it's open. There's no walls. So it's a massive harbor, and then the only walls are on the north and south side that kind of attach itself to the mountain. On the 7th ring of where the south gate lies, there would be a large stable company that houses in selling horses and vehicles. Are you just gonna go there?
Yeah, she'll head there.
You see a pretty strapping young woman. She is quite in shape for all what's it called? I just said the word. Where you take your horses.
Stable.
Stable, thank you. All the stable work she does. She's got brown hair and a ponytail. She seems of elf descent. Doesn't seem like her ears are long enough to be high elf. She most likely is half elf. And she has blue eyes. She's wearing leather pants, a linen shirt, and leather gloves. And she's currently working on some hay in the corner. Do you approach her?
Yeah, she will.
How do you approach her? I'm just kind of curious. As she's kind of like not even facing you. She's like basically working on a bale of hay.
She's just kind of like really spacily, not paying attention. She kind of has like one finger like up to her lips as she's looking around. Probably not even noticing until she bumps into her.
Oh, she's like, oh, hands off the merchandise. Excuse you. And she kind of turns around.
She's like, I do apologize. I don't know what merchandise you're talking about. I didn't touch anything.
Huh, okay. It's alright, misunderstanding. Well, welcome to my stable. What can I do for you? Are you looking to house some of your horses, or?
Like, well, I was very curious on what it would cost to get like a small cart, something that could maybe house a tent for shelter if needed. And obviously I would need something to pull it. Although I could probably just rig my broom up to it, right?
Oh.
She's holding her, but she's like, this.
Huh, okay, yeah, sure. I'd recommend an animal pull it. Probably get you there quicker. or there just in general. But yeah, are you looking for like an open-ended cart? Are you looking for cover? With a bit with a, I mean, like, what's the purpose of this cart?
It's like I would like a little bit of cover. What if it rains?
Okay. So it sounds like you might be doing some long traveling. Are you a trader, or is this more of like a venturing group, or?
She goes, "Oh no, I'm a witch."
Oh, I think I've heard of you guys before. Okay, so what's the purpose of the cart, though? We'll make sure I fit all your needs.
For travel.
Just you, or and supplies, or are you going to be traveling with people?
I would imagine there would be some supplies. There are at least 3 more with me.
Okay. She's gonna give me a second. Let me see if I can find something that might fit you. 1 second.
I'm not looking for clothes. I'm looking for a cart.
She doesn't even respond to you. She just kind of leaves. Let me see here. Let me just find a good picture of a cart that will work. We will go with... Sorry, I keep finding like very expensive ones or ones that just have no tarp on it. Here we go. No, but is there a... Right there, that's perfect. Save image. She kind of comes back and she goes, okay, I think I found you one. It's nothing too pricey. We have pricier ones, but if you're looking for something very simple, she kind of leads you out to the back and you find a carp like this with a large, heavy leather tarp. The back end actually does have flaps that close, but the front end is decently exposed to the weather. But there are flaps in the front one to keep the whole inside basically covered. This one, I'd say 50 gold. I'd be willing to part with this one, 50 gold. This can fit two animals. I got about 2 hefty dwarf rams, or we have some strong horses. What are you kind of looking for?
Oh. Maybe maybe a horse. I like that idea more than a ram. I haven't had very much luck with those. They tend to not like me.
Okay. For both horses, I'll give you them for about 10 gold each. How's that sound?
They're like, oh boy, I need 2 of them to pull?
I mean, I guess we could rework it for you. Sure. I could
No,
kind of goes
whatever you recommend.
perfect. And then for about 10 silver, we could stock it up with some hay for you, and 2 blankets for the top of the horses. And we can also offer for 30 gold. We can offer a 2-year extended warranty in case the horse or the wagon gets destroyed. We'll replace it for free.
Oh, that sounds like a really good idea.
Perfect. And she kind of writes on some parchment, which is basically your receipt. She rips it and stamps it and slides it to you. And go, just sign your name there, and that will be about 110 gold.
She she signs her name and then she waves her hand and some gold flies out of her little pouch and over to the elf.
And just like that, the one that Avan had, she has a small bag of holding that she lets the gold fly in before she seals it and puts it in a vault and locks it with some rune magic. Perfect. Let me go get that all strapped up for you. It'll take me about 30 minutes to get it all done, so you just hang tight, and she'll kind of walk away.
And she's like, okay, I'm not gonna go anywhere. She kind of like sits her broom in a horizontal position and just kind of sits on it.
Gwen, I'd say that you probably were following Sophia and Avan. You guys decided to meet at the south gate, at the stables. So Avan, you do show up to find Gwen kind of waiting outside. I say, Gwen, what are you do? What have you been kind of doing while you've been waiting for Sophia to finish her business?
You know, I probably carried some of my meat omelet with me.
Oh my god.
and was
Okay.
just chowing on it while I was waiting.
Yeah, you just see her holding a fucking omelet in her bare hand, and it's like half eaten, and she's just munching on it. Even.
So we just waiting for Sophia?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Are we just waiting on Sophia?
Yeah, she's just in there finishing up a few things.
All right.
You guys will wait for a bit then. It takes like maybe 10 minutes before you guys see Sophia coming out on a small wagon with two very light brown horses, both male and decently muscle structured.
Can I say, like, she has never driven a wagon before, so as she's rolling up, she's just like, I don't know how to make them stop.
You use the reins, but it helps if you get friendly with them. I'm gonna call this one, Brandy Buck and Galahop. Galahop and Brandy Buck. Yeah.
She goes, I wasn't really... Okay, they already heard it, so I guess that's their names.
Yeah, I didn't think you had better names anyways, so.
I mean, it's still early. We can always change their names.
No, it's a one and done.
Quibbles, even Quibbles
Well,
kind of
fine.
like nods when he says that one and done.
One and done. She's like, well, and she like pulls up on the reins and brings the wagon to a stop. She's like, I got this for us. I thought it might make travel better. And as you can see, we have shelter now. She looks very
Yay!
pleased with herself.
Did you
And
name it?
currently, the only thing you can see in the back of the back of the wagon is just her broom kind of hovering there.
And about 2 bales of hay that are like hanging on the sides on some
She's like,
hooks.
now don't eat the hay. That is for the horses.
Yeah, I don't think you have an issue here. She only eats meat, and I know better than to eat hay.
Goes right through you.
It goes right through you.
You know, just because you said that, she's gonna pick up a piece of hay and just put it with a piece of some of her meat and just eat it.
Like a handful of hay?
No, just a couple pieces on top of my meat.
It's
I'm glad. I hope you really enjoyed that, because I imagine there's the like grimace on your face, knowing that like it doesn't taste good.
it's dry as shit, really. And like every time you try to bite it, it always like slides in between your teeth.
Ugh.
It really is a struggle for you to eat this since you don't have any back molars that grind and shred. You guys just see her just like she just keeps like biting as her bites get more like wider and wider as she's just trying to get the fucking hay.
It's like, careful. One might stab you in the throat.
That was direct. As you guys get accustomed to eating hay and the cart that Sophia generously bought you guys for you guys, are you guys gonna start heading out?
I think so.
Yeah, if we're all ready.
As you guys get onto the busy street, there's not much traffic coming, leaving out as there is coming in. They actually keep the two sides open for two different forms of traffic when it comes to the gates. The one where they're coming inside has the guards, while the other one's a little more open with only one guard. I'd say with the afternoon traffic, It's you were only in line for about maybe 5 minutes as your cart goes through. A dragonborn guard who's wearing the Silver Shore Bay guard gear kind of looks you guys up and down and go, "Are you guys traders or adventurers leaving?" Yeah, adventurers. Wonderful, great. And she kind of writes a few things down. What's your adventure? Can you just hold up your tag for me? Can each of you guys just hold up your tags? And she just uses a weird piece of rock and she kind of like puts it against your tag, puts it against a tag, each of you guys' tags before she places it on the paper. As she does it, your names magically, like information, kind of write down. You guys have 4 members. She kind of looks inside your wagon. Besides, hey, I'm not seeing any goods or anything. Okay, perfect. If you bring anyone else into the city and they need to have a visa or a sign of residence or an adventurer's mark like you guys, if you bring any goods in, they will have to be inspected. But you guys are good to go. Be safe out there.
Oh, perfect. She's going to go on her way.
Perfect. The bridge is massive. It is made of fine dwarven stone. This bridge itself, it actually has 2 gates. The one you just went through leads directly to the city, but the second one is the Zarduraz garrison. It is the gate that's meant to protect the city. That gate is open as well as there's actually dwarves more running it with a different form of armor, but they're not really harassing anyone or talking to anyone that's leaving. It's more about the people coming in. As you can see, the security is quite strict. That there are 2 checkpoints. Getting across the bridge is a good 5-minute ride. It's quite long to connect to the mainland. And as you guys go through, has any of you guys ever been to this side of the continent at all? Heading south?
I don't think so.
Maybe? I don't know. I don't think so.
I'd probably say no for you, and I'd probably say since Gwen is also new, I guess none of you guys have gone this side, especially because of the dragon spawn threat. Avron, you living in the city, you've watched this garrison in the past 5 years build itself from a small encampment of tents from refugees to a garrison city that protects that gate for Silver Shore Bay. All of the buildings, even the garrison itself, it looks like it's coming up from stone itself. Dwarves in Rithmar live underground. So if they have a house that's outside of mountains, the house is actually coming. It's like you know when you take when you're making a map and you bring the earth up. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
Like when you raise the ground up on a map when you're playing a video game or something, you can like kind of customize.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like, but it has like windows. It has each like building kind of has stairs that go downwards and then in, and the houses all have like these little stone type chimneys, but they all look like they're coming, like they're made from the ground, coming out of the ground. So most of the video,
Kind of
most
like
of the
Hobbiton, where it's like the hill.
yeah, but the top part is exposed. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
The buildings are, I mean, quite large. The Temple of Austeriera is huge. It easily stands up about 10 stories high, but there's a whole temple part of it underground as well. This you guys do know about what happened to the Runeforge dwarves. Besides, Gwen, you would have heard rumors of Leatherhara returning and the Runeforge Kingdom collapsing. But this garrison city really shows the resilience of the Runeforge dwarves. They look happy. A new home is for them. And business is booming for them as a race. Economy and everything. Like this is a great start for them. but they are also the line defense against the dragon spawn. From the garrison that you guys came through, there's actually a stone like earth wall, just like their houses, that connect to the garrison and does a circular shape around. The only thing that's really kind of exposed is the ocean, as the walls on that side are brought down a little bit for the view sake. But they have no harbor. It's all done through Silver Shore Bay. Are you guys gonna ride directly through this town, or are there any stops you guys would like to make? There's blacksmiths, carpenters, all kinds of things. All types of dwarven craft that you may, if you want.
At the moment, there wouldn't be anything Avam would necessarily need.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
That's totally fine. You guys will continue your way. You guys will basically reach the gates of Zarduraz. Very standard procedure, just like when you came through. Scan your tags, take your log, and they allow you through. It is going to be about a 2-day venture from the city's gate to the town. Anything you guys want to do along the journey? Are you guys going to switch out for who's driving, or are you going to let Sophia just kind of learn?
Not because I tried to force Sophia to learn, but more because Avam also hasn't used a carriage ever before because he's usually traveling by himself. He's gonna 100% leave it to either her or Gwen for managing the carriage. But he will continue to talk sweetly to these two horses, Brandybuck and Galahop.
In fact, Sophia at some point will just kind of like, here, and hand the reins over. Just be like, why don't you give it a try, Avam?
I don't think that'll work. I got little arms.
She's like, so, I'm pretty sure that you can pull left to right, can't you?
Well, I don't think I have the same force as anybody else, so... Well, Galahop and Brandybuck and I have a good relationship. If they get scared and they go off to the side, we're just going.
We're just going.
You're just wing.
Oh, shit. She goes, fine, fine. Gwen, what about you? Would you like to give it a go? My arms are getting rather tired.
Gwen's gonna look at you and be like, I guess I've never really done anything like this before.
She's like, it's very easy. To make them go, you kind of like, she kind of like does that motion of flicking the reins at them. She's like, and to make them stop, you start to pull back. If you want to go this way, you pull them this way. If you want them to go this way, you pull this. And she's like doing it, so the cart's just kind of like up, fast, up, slow, left, right.
Avon, give me a dexterity check from the motions of the cart, stopping quickly and going quickly.
That's a
Supposed to have any kind of music going?
Oh, we're supposed to. I'm so sorry.
That's a crisp nat 1.
Oh my god. You are just sliding back and forth on your stomach, your side, whatever, just screeching your little heart out as Quipple is just trying to follow you as fast as it can.
See, this is exactly what I said would happen if I was at the reins. I guess there's not much improvement having you there.
She says, well, if you would just hold on better. See, Gwen, it's not that hard. And she kind of like gets up and moves to the back of the cart and pats down for you to take her place. She's like, it's real easy. You got this.
I will go ahead and take over.
Roll me. What kind of roll should we do for this? I guess performance, right? For writing a. No. What kind of role do you think we should do for this?
I
Maybe
could see the
intelligence?
argument for animal handling because you're actively controlling the horses,
Yeah.
or like athletics for like equestrian style stuff.
Okay, let me see here. Go ahead and roll me an animal check. And just remember that you guys do have Hero's Feast. You guys are cured of all disease and poison, become immune to poison and being frightened. Makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage as point maximum, and also increases by 2d10 hit point maximum. Go ahead and roll a 2d10 each, and increase and put that as your temporary hit points. And you can do your animal handling check at advantage. Oh, okay, actually not bad. It actually kind of came to you pretty easily, Gwen. You might have a few hiccups with just the right way to rein the animals from going to stopping, but you actually got a handle on it pretty quick.
See, Gwen, being able to communicate that Galahop and Brandybuck are great and beautiful horses, you're doing just fine.
She's just gonna look at you and just do a slight smile and then keep controlling the horses.
How long are you guys gonna drive for the day? It will take exactly 48 hours to reach Wither. What did I call that city? That town, Witherbrooks. That's right, Witherbrooks. It will take about 48 hours to get there. How long are you guys gonna drive through for the day?
I don't know. I'd say, based off of everything else we did, we probably left after.
About 1 or 2 p.m.
Yeah, so probably until sundown, whatever time that would be.
Okay. Would say it's about 7 p.m. You guys have kind of gotten out of. Oh, Elder, hi.
Hello.
I didn't think you'd be making it today. Are you gonna? Well, glad you can be with us. The party is just heading out onto the quest. Sophia bought a small wagon for you guys for traveling.
Oh.
And you guys did go through the Zurdures garrison city that you lived in for about 2 years when you were first a refugee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you just this opportunity. Would you want to do any shopping in Silvershirt Bay or Zagores for traveling gear, and for anything you might want or need?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay. Valid. I'm gonna say that you. I'm trying to think. I'll just say you were quiet. You're just kind of quiet this whole time, and you had not the best rest of sleep, so you weren't very talkative. So I'm gonna say it's about 7 p.m. You guys really don't see the ocean all too well anymore, since both sides are kind of covered of the road are covered in. It's more thick on the left side of the road than it is on the right side. You can see bits and pieces of the ocean through the trees. For anyone that is out, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Guys, let me see if any of you see this.
It's 14 for Avam.
Wait, what did you need us to roll?
Perception check.
Mine was a 12.
That'd be a 19.
Damn. Balladin 18. Perfect. Balladin and Sophia, you guys kind of smell. You guys kind of smell smoke in the air. And Gwen and I always say it wrong.
Avam.
Thought I sing Avam. I always want to say Avam. I don't know why. Avam. Avam. Okay. You guys kind of notice a little trail of smoke, but it's kind of hard for you guys to see of what it is. But Paladin and Sophia, you guys smell smoke from the air. And it's coming from the left side forest, away from the ocean and towards the Valador Mountains.
Smells smoky.
It's like, yes, I do agree. I really do not enjoy that scent. That's usually not a good thing. The forest, what is happening to it? Is it okay?
Smells like somebody's making a fire.
Do you want to check it out?
Yes, there could be trees that are in danger.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess so.
There's actually, like, as you're kind of coming up, there's actually a small trail that kind of is big enough for a one wagon only that kind of goes into those woods that goes off of the main path. Would you want to go through them?
And Sophia will kind of point in that direction. She's like, should we go there? That way? I think the cart can make it.
It's your cart. As long as Galahop and Brandybuck aren't injured, I don't see why not.
She,
Who are they?
Those are the two horses for the carriage.
My two horses.
The names are what again?
Brandybuck and Galahop.
Galahop and Brandybuck. Oh
This
Lord,
was
I'm not
not
gonna remember those.
Sophia's doing at all.
Don't worry.
Gwen tried to get
Avam will
it.
remind you.
I mean, they're pretty cute, but still.
Yeah, this was not Sophia's doing at all, but Sophia will put a hand on Gwen's shoulders and be like, now just pull the reins in that direction and we should be okay.
Gwen's
Roll-
totally gonna take it and go that way.
Roll me an animal handling check since you're going onto a bit more of a bumpier road, and at advantage. Elder, roll 2d10 and add that to your temp health. You guys all have Heroes Feast buff, so.
That'd be a 20.
You said 2d10? I missed that part.
Yeah, 2d10 and add it as temp health. Gwen, you are a fucking natural when it comes to handling horses on a carriage. You masterfully make that a decently smooth ride. It's still quite bumpy. And it is getting pretty dark out. Do you have dark vision, Gwen? Do all of you have dark vision? Who doesn't have dark vision?
Avam does. I feel like
I do
Gwen
have-
should with a lizard folk. I feel like that's a thing.
I do not think that Dragonborn do.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere saying that I would.
I'm going to look.
It'd be over on your passive traits, but you do not.
Nope. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't think that Dragonborn do.
Oh shit,
They-
she's Dragonborn. For whatever reason, I had in my head she was lizard folk.
So who all has? So who does have dark vision?
Sophia does.
Avam.
I think
Okay.
everybody but Gwen.
Everybody
Uh,
except the driver.
Lovely. Lovely.
Let me get some. Let me see here. Let me check here real quick.
Don't worry, Gwen. You have my eyes.
grab someone's sword.
Aye, and you have my prayers.
Stupid.
Gwen, I do
And
not
my
carry
cheese!
sword. I have a
Oh,
broom.
illustrious Earth Mother, please guide her sight.
Stupid.
Sophia turns to her and says, "You're praying to me. I am right here, Earth Mother, giving directions."
Blasphemy! You are now God. Continue.
But anyways,
Uh,
Brandy Buck
That's
and
great.
Galahop got it. They know where they're going.
Gwen, do you after about 20 minutes going on this trail, the sun has fully gone down and it is fucking pitch black. Do you hand the reins to Gwen or someone else, or do you ask one of them to light a torch that you guys can hook to the side of the car?
I will ask them to light a torch or something.
Well, go ahead and roleplay that for me then.
Oh. I want to, since Sophia had handed it to me to control, I'm going to turn to her and be like, Sophia, would you be able to light something so I can see where we're going?
She
Wait 1 moment.
she's really taken aback by this. She's like, "What do you want me to light? My broom? The hay? I'm not going to set fire to all of us."
Hold
Okay,
on
my
a
bad, sorry.
moment. A torch would give away our location.
Well, do you have a better idea, Paladin?
Paladin Fireforges. I will drive the carriage for the time being.
Yes, Paladin
Okay,
Friend
but-
has it.
Be gentle with clip clop and clip clop.
No,
Wait,
we
I
already
thought
said
the
it's
angel
one and
told
done.
me-
It's Galahop and Brandy Buck.
But I told you I disagreed.
You didn't
How-
come up
how-
with names.
Real quick, no meta, how loud is this argument getting? Just be honest.
At this point, I'm not arguing, so it's up to them.
I wouldn't say that Sophia's shouting, but she's talking in like normal speaking.
Okay,
What's
Avon.
going to be getting a little heated with it?
Okay.
'Cause, it's the barbarian and her coming out.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say
I'm
Avam
fire,
wouldn't
damn
be
it.
that loud. I mean, he's a little mouse, so
That's
like
fair.
it's
That's fair. So while Avon, Gwen, and Sophia are kind of having this argument with them kind of cornering Avon, but he's still standing very strong with Quibbles. As Quibbles keeps writing down the two horses' names and showing it to do you mind if I control Quibble a little bit? Are you okay with that? If not, then it's fine.
I'm not necessarily opposed.
I'll let you handle Quibble. Don't even worry about it. You can have Quibble act however you want with this argument. But, Paladin, since you have dark vision and you're the only one paying attention and you're driving, go ahead and roll me a perception check at advantage. Oh, and also roll me a animal check at advantage too, please. Animal handling.
$17 and $18.
You're handling it quite easily. It's not your first time. But actually, come into DM's office with me real quick.
Oh no! Everyone, stop your bickering. There are more important matters. Look ahead. There are dragon spawn. And they're wrecking and raving on those people. We must help.
And that's when you guys hear it. Right at that, as he says that. Just a blood-curdling scream. As the fire is getting brighter through the woods.
Oh, dear. I sure do hate conflict. I'll hang back here. You guys got it.
Do not sit idle while others suffer.
Yeah, didn't you
No.
just declare yourself as like the Earth Mother or some shit?
And we're a group, so we gotta do this together. No one's staying back.
Come
She
on.
sa- She says,
Clop
just
and
like,
Hufflepuff will stay here. We must move forward.
And right as you say that, Baladin, you hear a twig snap.
Um,
Do you look?
He like hesitates, but then looks.
About 30 feet from you, you see a dragon spawn scout looking at you from between two trees. It's pretty dark, even with your vision. While it's gray, what you kind of see is you see like the shape of its head coming out of the tree shadows and the glint of its eyes just staring at you before as it's about to run off. What'd you say?
Oh, I cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh shit! Okay, you guys just see Baladin just fucking fire at the tree line. Roll initiative.
oh shit.
Can I roll? Can I roll the spell or?
Oh yeah, and you guys you got it by yeah. Go ahead and roll the spell.
23 to hit.
23 hits. Oh damn. Okay. Let's see here. Okay.
16 radiant damage.
How does it look when you do this? Like, what's your guiding bolt look like?
He points his warhammer forward, clutching his holy symbol in his hand that has his shield, like his shield arm, as a like a nail spike shoots off at it and like pierces the dragonborn before dissipating in like a fiery light.
That's cool. I like that. Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
Ish. 20.
Damn. Okay.
12.
It's a 20 for
And
Avam.
Avam tied.
Oh no.
21.
3, 4. Okay. Let's see here. Who would be willing to take a initiative for who'd be willing to help me with initiative? I keeping track of it.
I can. Let me get a piece of paper or something.
Cool. Thank you.
Actually, I'll just write it on a in notes. This game
Let's
is a
see
game.
here. Take their initiative for me while I get this initiative going.
Sure. Damn, 21. Man.
Remind me, Baladin. Guiding bolt makes the next attack at advantage, right? Until the start of your next turn.
It may. Who has the higher dex between Sophia and Avam? Oh, you have the same dex. Roll off.
Roll off.
Looks like it'd probably be Sophia. That was a 4 for me.
Wait, what's
Just roll a d20 and whoever has the higher roll goes first.
18.
Ah, Sophia it is.
Oh god. She has no idea what she's going to do.
Your dragon friend's gonna want to hold a torch. Gwen, you're gonna want to grab. Gwen's gonna need a torch or something because she doesn't have dark vision. She's blind as a bat. Besides the little rims of fire, it's very dim lighted from the raiding. That's about. The raid's happening about 80 feet away, so there's like a little dim light from the fires from there. But Gwen
Your torch, Gwen.
is pretty fucking blind. So just
Don't
wanna give you a
worry.
heads
Don't
up
worry.
there.
I got this. I mean,
Okay.
it'll be after after Sophia goes, but
Okay, no worries. Okay, so let me give you the dragon spawn initiative, Elder. Let me know when you're ready.
Sure.
9,
Okay.
4,
Oh.
15,
Okay.
2,
Okay.
19.
Alrighty.
Okay, let me see here. So who is our first person going in?
Gwen is up first. Sophia afterwards.
Okay, Gwen. Your party members spring into action and they run into the darkness as you're about to do the same. But right now you are pretty blind. How are you handling the situation?
Um. One second.
I thought that there was fire around her.
Dragonborn is she?
The fire is like the fires from the raiding of this campsite is like 80 feet away.
Okay.
So it's like you guys have like a very tiny dim light, but it's still pretty fucking dark.
Did you ever post a picture of your Dragonborn?
There's one in Anvil.
Yeah, so we'll have her post that in PC art later.
Anvil. Hot damn. Okay.
Let's see here.
Went
Okay.
to Furry Arts Anonymous for that one, huh?
Stupid.
The fact that you had a name for it.
I don't know. It's not a real place. I made that shit up, but it probably is somewhere.
It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, Gwen,
Furry Arts.
you're basically blind. I can't believe you're Googling that. You're basically blind right now, but combat is starting. What are you doing, Gwen? Are you gonna try to light something on fire, or...
Gwen, that's you.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get kids to go to bed.
Do you need us to take like a 5-minute break before we start this fight?
No, you're good. My son's just being difficult because he got woken up.
That's okay. Let's actually just do a quick 5-minute break before we
Sorry.
continue. No, it's all right.
Wow, that didn't take long.
Okay, Gwen.
Mhm.
You're the start of combat. You're blind. Your party members are leaping into action. There's obviously a threat in the shadows of night. What are you doing with your turn?
I'd like to be clear, Sophia's not leaping anywhere.
Yes.
Since I can't see, I don't want to necessarily risk moving and harming anyone. Can I hold action?
You can, unless you want to grab the torch that is inside the caravan and try to light it. If you want to hold action, you can hold action too, though. That's totally fine.
Let's say you
I
do
will go
have
ahead
breath
and-
weapon.
Yeah, just fire into the bank.
Again, I don't want to hurt anyone.
You can you can grab the torch and use your breath weapon to light it.
I'm still gonna hold action, I think.
That's fine. What action are you holding?
I'm just gonna have my great sword ready to go.
Okay. Who's after Gwen?
I'll go in. Oh, initiative? It's Sophia.
Sophia? Okay, Sophia. I'll go in.
I'll go in. Don't test me.
Sophia, what? You two. Wait, how far? Yeah, you two also see it, Sophia. This is the first time you've ever seen one. I think I've posted a picture before. Let me see here.
It was.
I have. I'll
yeah,
just post it again.
It was somewhere.
The face looks like I actually gotta finish that. I need to actually like finish drawing it at some point. Let me see here. How long ago was it? There it is. So you see that face, and since it's all, you have dark vision, it's all in gray tones, but it is staring at you from, like, the front half of its face is sticking out of the tree shadows, just staring at you. What are you gonna do?
Okay. These things are clearly enemies, right?
Absolutely.
Hold on. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at.
Yep, but it's all
Oh.
gray because you're dark vision.
Can I tell if it has anything metallic on it? Like
Can you-
armor, weapons.
Most of its body, because it's sticking in the tree line. It's sticking in the tree line. So you can only really see its head and neck, really.
Okay. She is going to like instantly grab her broom and she's going to hover about 30 feet in the air upwards,
Okay.
kind of out of way. And
I will say that if you're going 30 feet up, the trees completely hide the target as it's in the forest line.
Okay, how high up could I hover while still seeing this thing?
About you 10 feet. I could say 10 feet before like
Okay.
branches start getting thicker.
Okay, so she'll be about 10 feet up. She definitely wants to try to like stay outside of like attacking range of this thing.
Okay.
But we will cast Hold Person at second level.
Okay. What's the DC?
Wisdom 14.
A wisdom 14, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, that was so close. It almost hit an 18. It is. What does your whole person look like to you? What does it look like?
So because it's in the tree line, can I say that like vines just kind of come out of the trees and wrap around it and hold and restrain it?
Absolutely, it is struggling as its whole body is getting covered in thick vines and roots from the two trees that it's standing between, and the grass underneath it to keep halting its spot.
Perfect. And then she's going to say, "Okay, I have it restrained. I will be here, and if anybody needs some healing." And she will end her turn there atop her broom.
Elder, for the time being, don't worry about the dragon spawn initiative since she restrained and stopped the scout from calling allies currently.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Cool.
Avam you're gonna see his kind of eyes start to glow as the spell book in his hand flips, and he's gonna cast create bonfire on top of the dragon spawn scout.
Oh my god. Is there a DC check for that?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
It fails.
So it's not a whole lot,
Minute.
but it's gonna take 10 fire damage.
It'll take the whole 10 damage. And how much damage? You did 16 with your guiding bolt, right, Elder?
You're
So what's this bonfire look like? Like, what's the spell look like? It doesn't have to actually be a bonfire.
Basically, kind of what I'm envisioning is like the page masters where like it flips to that part of the book and then out of the book comes like the fire and then it spawns on top.
On top of them, like water, but fire?
Yeah.
It is screaming in pain as, well, it is restricted by tree roots. Tell me how it dies.
Just being burned, effectively being burned at the stake.
It dies. It does die, but it dies screaming and roaring, which does alert the reinforcements to start coming. You guys have about 2 rounds of combat to. I'll say 1 round. You guys have 1 round to prepare yourself for reinforcements. And Sophia, roll me a perception check.
Heesh. That would be an 8.
You don't notice that the vines that you summoned to stay this thing are on fire as the fire is following the burning fool towards the trees, but you don't notice. But you guys do hear the sounds of incoming enemies. Whose turn was next?
It was
Outlaw.
mine.
Paladin, you have this turn to prepare for the reinforcements coming.
Let's see. He just trying to look at what he's got going on. I guess for the time being, he's going to cast. He's going to cast Magic Weapon on his Warhammer.
What's it look like with your warhammer?
He just kind of wafts his hand over top the Warhammer, and as he moves along, it is kind of enveloped in this fire forge kind of flame, like the flame of a forge. More specifically, around the hammer's head is where it kind of culminates, swirling around it,
That's cool.
and it's now a +1 weapon.
Cool. That's badass. All right. Anything else, or are we gonna go to the next person?
That's it for me.
Okay, who is next?
Should be back at the top of the round.
Yep, back with Gwen, then Sophia, then Avam.
Who should be able to
Okay.
see now because there's a fucking raging bonfire.
There is. You can now see. You can now see the forest at night, Gwen, because of the burning. The dragon spawn is still like standing too, as his body's still being held by the burnt roots.
Mm.
But you can now see with dim light. And you can hear enemies coming. Is there anything you want to do to prepare for this wave coming? And there's a few things you can do. You can try to stealth to do a surprise attack if you'd like. You can still hold your action. What do you think you would want to do in this situation?
I think for now, she'll just keep holding her action until she can actually see any of the enemies.
Okay. Do you have like a dash attack, or because when you hold action you won't be able to move, so you're just gonna wait till they come into you, or do you have some sort of dash attack that you're holding?
Great question. I think I'm just gonna be holding and waiting.
Okay. And then I think it's Sophia next. Sophia, what are you doing as reinforcements are coming?
What can she do?
And then also, I just want to state that I'm going to keep that. After this round, it's fine, but I'm going to keep a 2-minute limit on turns. Just like kind of like what Cult's doing, so I just want to give a heads up on that.
Oh, God, I'm an idiot. So real quickly, Sophia is going to. She's just like, she flies down. She takes her broom and turns it and flies down into the covered wagon. Grabs the torch. Uses Druidcraft to ignite it, and then hands it to Gwen and says, "There."
You now can see much better, as it's no longer a dim light from the bonfire between the 2 trees on the side. You can now see quite well now.
And then Sophia is going to return, maybe not 10 feet, maybe a little bit higher, maybe like 15, 20 feet in the air, but she wants to at least, she wants to be a little bit higher, but able to see when people are coming.
Yeah, from the section that you're in, you'll see them coming in from the forest line at that point.
Perfect. So
Well,
yeah, she'll go,
you're in a small clearing in the forest. Yeah, forest line, yeah.
yeah, we'll say that like she goes no higher than like 15 or 20 feet, whichever the tree clearing is going to allow.
Okay, perfect. Anything else?
Let's see. I'm pretty sure using Druidcraft took my action. Nope. That'll be all for her right now.
Perfect. Then I think it's what? Baladin, right? Or is it Avam?
Avam.
Avam.
Avam, what are you going to do to prepare for this?
He is going to cast Mage Armor on himself.
Oh, okay, what's that look like?
Once again, the book kind of flips to a new page, and then kind of you see like the ethereal sort of magic come out of the book, and then this sort of like teal, sort of like barrier forms around Avam.
That's cool. Okay.
Boosting his AC to 14.
Damn. All right. Anything else?
That'll be it for now. Because you said they were pretty far out of range, right?
They're like, I mean, they'll be here next round, but yeah.
Yep.
And then is it Baladin? Is your turn?
Yep.
Anything you want to do before combat starts?
Sure. He'll cast Armor of Agathis on himself.
Ooh. Okay, what's that look like?
His armor begins to just burn a radiant, like golden red color, as like flames sprout on top of his shoulder pads.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. All right, perfect. Let's re-include the dragon spawn back into the initiative order.
Sure.
Who's gonna be first?
Are we starting over from the top of the round, basically, at this point?
Yep.
Okay, it's just Gwen, then Sophia.
When you do see it, 4 dragon spawn come rushing out of the woods, all clad in crude dark armor. Reference kind of like the orcs from Lord of the Rings, the big tall orcs. What are those called? Orokai, yeah. So kind of like it's really basically a lot like their style of armor and weapons. But this one kind of slides on its knees, takes an aim, and fires a crude iron arrow at you, Gwen. What's your AC?
No. It is 15.
15k. Let me see here. Does a 21 hit?
Yep.
Let's see here. You're gonna take we'll go right there. You'll take 4 damage as the arrow pierces just right above your armpit as it digs into your flesh. It will then end its turn. Wait, I am so sorry. Was that supposed to be Gwen's turn?
Yes.
If we were at the top
Yes.
of the round.
Yeah.
Okay,
if we're
I'm
at the
sorry.
top, it's Gwen.
Let's I apologize. Let's totally recap that. Gwen, you see 4 of them come into from the tree line. I think that's what got me so confused when I talked about them running in. I was like, now in action. Okay, Gwen, don't worry about that damage. You see four of them come in to the tree line. They're about 20 feet away from you. 3 of them have looks like to be swords, shields, and axes, but one of them has a bow. What do you want to do?
You said because I held the action, I can't move, correct?
No, you can. You can.
I
I just
can?
didn't. I just didn't know what you were holding, so I apologize.
And for reference, when you're holding your action, that's just until your next turn. So if you come around to your next turn and your held action doesn't happen, you effectively lost that one, but you get to do your new turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Thank you.
And you said they're about 20 feet away, you said?
Yeah, and then there's 4 of them.
And so there's not one that's going to be closer than the other.
Nope, they're all kind of spread out, but they're about 20 feet apart.
Well, I'm going to move towards them and use my great sword to attack.
Perfect. They're about 10 feet apart from each other, about 20 feet away from you guys.
Oh. I'm assuming a nat 1 doesn't hit.
No.
Lovely.
I'm actually gonna roll to see what happens. One second. You go to, like, as you go running, your foot hits a rock, which makes your body kind of turn forward, and you slam your axe down, almost hitting your foot, but you actually hit the stone that your foot slammed into, and you feel like a reverberation go into your skeleton. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that will be everything right now.
Who's next out there?
Sophia.
Sophia, then Avam.
Sophia, your turn. You just saw your dragonborn friend almost cut their foot off. What's your plan?
Those are really, really good questions. I have a question.
Okay.
9.
Gwen, what type of weapon are you using currently?
The biggest
sword.
of swords.
Great sword?
Yeah.
Okay. DM.
Okay.
I'm going to ask if I can do this.
What are you trying to do?
Can I use heat metal on the blade of her sword, essentially giving it 2d8 fire damage?
Yeah, I'll allow it. But it's concentration.
It is concentration. Okay, so Gwen, like and I'm gonna do this at 2nd level. Gwen, you're gonna see just the tip of your sword start to glow, just bright red. So whenever you attack with it, you can add 2d8 fire damage to it.
Cool.
And then, yeah, she's gonna basically just be holding her spot up on top of her broom.
Perfect. Your cauldron is on the ground below you directly, ready for action.
What can my cauldron do?
It's actually it's your spell focus.
It is, okay.
All your spells come from the cauldron. Missiles come out from the mouth of the cauldron or the opening of the cauldron. However you want your spells, it all comes from the cauldron.
Yeah, she doesn't really have, the only thing that she really has other than like healing spells are like hold person, misty step, heat metal, acid splash, plunger animals.
Well, is there anything that you can do, or is your turn over then?
Yeah, my turn that took my action, so my turn will have to end there.
Okay. Whose turn is it next, Elder?
Is Avam?
Go ahead.
Avam, so you're going to see the spellbook flip pages again as his eyes turn like a pale green, and he's going to cast Ray of Sickness on the closest dragon spawn. Does a 20 hit?
Who's asking? Let me see. Yeah, 20 hits.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw, and they take 12 poison damage.
What's the DC check?
16.
It fails. How much health?
12, and they are now poisoned until the next end of their next turn.
Yeah,
which-
you see this poison liquid just cover its body as it starts kind of gagging and its eyes start watering. And it looks like it's declining its health very quickly in front of your guys' eyes.
Yep. So it's now got disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of its next turn.
Perfect.
That will be it for Avam.
Whose turn is it next?
It is Dragon Spawn. Two of them.
Perfect. Let's see here. Does a 16 hit, Sophia?
Yeah.
Great. That's what I like to hear.
Wait, what's attacking me?
One of the dragon spawn falls on one knee as it looks up and pulls his archer and fires a bow. The crude arrow shoots through the night sky and goes right into the bottom of your thigh, into your leg muscle. Can you go ahead and roll me a dexterity con check?
Dexterity, what?
So I meant to say a con check.
Yeah. 9.
The arrow is affecting the muscle in your leg, and you'll basically have a hard time being on that leg. It would actually slow your movement speed if you get off your broom.
Stay on the broom. Got it.
And then let's see here. Gwen, does an 11 hit you?
It does not.
You see a dragon spawn with a axe and a shield come running up to you, and it swings, but it barely just misses you. Elder, who's next?
After that, it is me.
Go Baladin. There is.
I'm going.
You got Gwen, who's to the right of you by like 10 feet. In front of her is a dragon spawn.
Mhm.
And then there are 3 other dragon spawn that are about 20 feet away from you.
I'll attack the one in front of Gwen.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to run up with my trusty warhammer and lay him down. That's a 9 to hit.
As you go to swing, it actually from its miss, it actually brings its body turns around and kind of parries you, kind of throwing your hammer attack off from it. And it just looks at you growling, and it just goes, "Dwarf meat."
And that'll be the end of his turn.
DM, did that arrow do any hit point damage to me?
Yes. Sorry, I don't know if I said it, if you may have not heard me. It did. Where was it? Let me see here. Circle. It did 3 damage to you.
Okay.
Whose turn is it next?
3 dragon spawn after me.
Perfect. Let's see here. One of them is gonna run over to Avam. Let me see here. Does a 14 hit, Avam?
Normally it would, because that would have been a tie. He's going to use his reaction to activate shield from his staff of defense, which will boost my AC by 5.
Do you just tap it on the ground and your little green barrier gets bigger, or does it
Yeah.
get more complicated?
Yeah, essentially is so the staff of defense is this like glass looking rod, and he stamps it as the blow's about to hit, and the sort of teal barrier that was around him already like thickens, and like a little bit of a crack because of like the damage was coming in, uh, but it holds. And this my AC is now up to 19 until my next turn.
Okay. As that crack forms, you said, wait, your AC is now 18?
19.
You just see it like hit that spot twice and then tries to bite that spot, and it only cracks like slightly from the impacts, but nothing changes. Let me see here. I'm gonna fire. Alright. Sophia, and another arrow goes soaring past your head, but doesn't hit. And Baladin, you feel the wind of a short sword go past your shoulder as a dragon spawn tried to flank you, but missed.
Oh damn! Right.
And we're back to the top of the round.
With Gwyn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to attack the one that's right by me again with my great sword.
You're a great sword.
Does a 26 hit?
I would hope.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, damn.
It's the same.
You cleaved him in two.
I damn.
Remember, you have that 2d8 fire damage.
And that's on top of the normal damage it does, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So there's 15 of the normal damage. It's another 9 fire damage on top of that.
So how much in total?
24.
How do you want to do it?
So she's swinging the attack. She's gonna aim for the neck and chop his head off.
And its head does come out. Black blood is like squirting like 5 feet in the air. Wait, hey, Elder, how far would the artery spurt blood if your head was chopped off very quickly?
Fuck if I would know the exact distance, but I mean, I would say, yeah, good, like 10 feet at most.
Yeah, it's purplish, dark purplish blood is just squirting out of its neck hole as it like kind of stands there for a minute before its legs kind of like go weak as it crouches before it just starts running and slams into a tree and falls down. Just like if you cut a chicken's head off. And the head is just rolling as its jaw is like biting the air a few times before the biting like slowly comes to a stop. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that'll be everything.
Gwen, I think as a barb you should have 2 attacks per turn. So assuming you can make it to the next dragon spawn, you might be able to get another attack off.
And you have rage if you're not raging currently, if you're a barbarian.
You're right, I do have two attacks. Oh, so okay. Well, I will go ahead and go for one of the other ones then.
Do you also have rage?
I don't have it currently, but I could.
You can use that as a bonus action to rage.
Okay, well, I will go ahead and rage as well.
What's it? So let's kind of look at this through the camera's eye. You cut this thing's head off as its body kind of like runs off like a chicken, and you look at you set your eyes on your next target, and this is the moment you choose to rage. What does it look like when you rage before you charge?
I don't even know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
We could say that your eyes glow red and your muscles get a bit bigger as you kind of hulk out.
Your rage is up to you what it looks like.
Yeah, like what's you're a dragonborn, you could have fire coming out of your mouth or smoke as your eyes glow red. and steam could be coming off of your body because what kind of dragon are you?
His scales get sharper.
Yeah, are you a fire breathing dragonborn?
I don't know.
Let's look at your
you? Jealous,
It's
damn it!
not
Meh.
let's I'm gonna look at your character and kind of help you a little bit, just so you're using your character fully. When you get a chance, I would suggest going over your character sheet with
Well,
like
you're a
Clarissa.
gem dragon. Oh, a gem dragon.
So when you get a chance with Clarissa, if you guys could go over her character and kind of help her get used to her character. You have, let's see here. What is your breath?
Necrotic.
Oh, okay. So necrotic.
So you're
That's
like
cool.
the black gem dragon?
Yeah, black gym dragon. Okay. You could have like necrotic energy coming from you. You could have like a dreadful appearance. You can make it kind of horror based if you'd like. What's your
like
character?
for example, like if I may, for example, with like my character Dahlia, she's a red dragon born like her brother Lotus was. So whenever the Lotus family rages, they start to get like bulkier, almost like they just injected themselves with steroids. Like you see their muscles start to get bigger, but the scales on their skin start to kind of lift free, and you can see like this glowing ember coming from underneath their scales. So they kind of look like they get bigger, but they also look like they're glowing red hot
Yeah.
when they rage.
Oh, you're topaz. So you're kind of like a yellowish gold looking dragonborn.
And
Yeah,
since
so you could do something like your
Like-
dragonborn, just like she gets bigger and maybe sparklier with the gems, or like Dre said, like maybe you start radiating a necrotic energy from underneath your scales or something like that.
Okay. So we will go with when she rages. Her scales will go ahead and get shinier with the gems, as well as we'll have her eyes glow like a dark purple, so almost black,
nice. Okay. I like
as
that.
the smoke does go ahead and come out of her mouth as well.
Perfect. And at the same time, you guys will see. I'm gonna help you out here a little bit because there's a little more to your rage. You guys see two torso, like the upper torso, the head, the arms and shoulders, like the upper body of two skeleton dragonborn specters floating behind her as her spectral guardians form when she rages.
Ooh.
When raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you. And when the target hits a creature other than you, the creature has a resistance to that damage dealt. That's such a cool thing. Your astral protectors. Okay, you charge at the next one in your astral raging form with your floating guardians. What do you? How do you attack this next person?
Well, I'm also gonna go ahead and use my great sword on that one as well.
Perfect. And go ahead and add a +2 to your melee damage because you're raging.
Does 12 hit?
A 12.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. It does not. As you bring that sword down with your necrotic astral form, it basically uses its shield to meet your axe head on and stops it with a loud clang.
And that will be my turn.
And I'm guessing it's going to be Sophie next.
Yep, Sophia and then Avam.
Okay, how many of these dragon spawn can we see right now?
There are 3 left, and one of them is not doing so hot. Like,
Okay, which one is
like-
not doing so hot?
it's the one on the far left that has not that advanced over to Avam.
It got hit with some poison.
got like pus coming out of its eyes, and it's like has like bile seeping from its mouth.
Okay, we are going. Sophia's just kind of. She's gonna look down at her cauldron and like wave her hand forward and cast acid splash at it. It needs to do a
Oh,
dexterity
God.
save of 14.
This poor fucking thing.
At disadvantage too, because it's fucking poisoned.
What save?
Dex at 14.
Oh, damn. Its disadvantage was a 15. Does it still take half damage? Or no damage?
I think
Yeah, it
acid
says
splash
a-
is all or nothing, right?
Yeah, a target must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take the 2d6 of.
It basically
Yep.
uses its shield to like basically block and push the liquid that goes onto Avam's shield, but it just basically seeps down the invisible barrier.
Um. He is going to. So she's going to still atop of her broom. She's going to, she's going to phase step, so that way she's at least within 10 feet of these creatures, and all of them need to make, well, everybody within 10 feet of that need to make a wisdom saving throw of 14.
That would be Baladin and Avam, as well as the creatures. You said wisdom?
Yep, wisdom saving throw of 14.
21.
22 for Avam.
Okay.
2 of the dragon spawn failed. One of them succeeded.
Those 2 are charmed.
Okay, the one that's poisoned, Avam, you kind of see it just kind of looking at your witchy friend with kind of hearts in his eyes, and the one next to you, Gwen, does the same.
She's to like really hold their attention on her. She's just kind of like lean forward on her her broom, pushing her bosom together a little bit.
It works well because that's how they procreate, is by kidnapping women. And so yeah, they're you're definitely on their list of things to do after this battle. Hey, Vom, it's your turn.
Just so I can paint the picture, how close are the remaining 3?
No worries. So I'll kind of lay it out like this: the cart is about 10 feet behind you.
Uh-huh.
In front of you is the sickly charmed dragon spawn. About 10 feet northeast of you, southeast of you is the one with Gwen and the charmed dragon spawn. The other one is next to Baladin.
I guess what I'm trying to get is I'm potentially casting Frost Fingers, which is a 15-foot cone, and I'm trying to hit multiple
You hit
of
2 of
them without hitting any of my party members. If not,
You
I'll
would
just
hit-
do a single target spell, but
You would hit Gwen if you did it.
gotcha. Based off that, he's gonna just follow up with a 2nd level Ray of Sickness on the one right in front of him.
Oh god, it's okay. Go ahead and what's the roll again?
That's a 23 to hit
Oh, that hits.
for 9 poison damage.
Does he need to roll any type of check or no?
He does if he survives. but
Oh,
it's
oh no, okay. How does this poison kill him?
basically I imagine you've kind of already described like the pus and everything kind of forming. So it's like the boils kind of continue to form, and it's just one of those like eventually like you see like the like bleeding eye sort of thing as like he just crumples as like the internal poison is taking its toll on.
Sure. Yeah, it just crumples in front of you, body twitching from just the shock of the poison. Anything else you want to do?
I think that is it for most of my bonus actions are, or my bonus action is not relevant, and my reactions aren't relevant at the moment either. So,
Oh, okay. Who's next?
We got 2 dragon spawn up than me.
All right, let's see here.
Those 2 that are charmed, can we say that they have to roll at disadvantage since their eyes are on me?
Yeah, I'll actually say that because they're charmed, they're actually friendly. They're actually walking towards you. Gwen,
Just on her broom singing, "Come, little children, I'll take thee away."
oh my god.
Oh,
Um,
Lord.
They Gwen, you do get an opportunity of an attack since it is walking away by you if you wish to take that attack.
I would love to take that attack.
Go ahead then.
So I would just roll to hit like normal, right?
Yeah.
as long as it's a melee weapon.
26.
That hits.
Remember, you get a +2 to that for your rage and the 2d8 for fire damage.
That's 14 damage.
How do you
So
attack
it's 11
it?
normal, 3 fire.
Well,
So-
11 +2 from your rage.
So 13 normal plus 3 fire.
Yes.
So 16 damage.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what's that attack look like as you strike it? You're not killing it, but how do you strike it?
I'm gonna swing and we're just gonna go for an arm this time. Try to chop off one of the arms since it wasn't enough to fully kill him. So we're just
Yeah,
gonna chop off one.
absolutely. Go ahead.
Stab, stab.
Yeah, and you do chop it off. It and it actually cauterizes the arm and the shoulder as it starts screaming and roaring in pain. It looks like a breeze could just topple it. Sophia, it's now your turn. Actually, no, wait, sorry.
Yeah, that was an attack of opportunity.
You're right, thank you. But it loses its charm, so it's gonna stay right there. The other one, how high off the ground are you? Do you get closer to help with the enchantment as they walk towards you?
No, she's gonna stay her same height.
Which is about, what, 10 feet?
No, it was about like between 15 to 20.
It's like next to your cauldron, just looking up at you and just trying to figure out how it can get to you. But it's just standing in front of your cauldron.
Perfect.
And it will end its turn there.
Damn. Then I guess it's my turn.
It would be, yep, it's your turn, yep.
Alright, I'm gonna hit how many are left? Just the 2?
There's just 2. There's one by Gwen, which is, I would say, is about 10 feet away from you. And then there's one that is about 5 feet to the left of you that's standing in front of Gwen's cauldron.
Okay, I'll attack the one that's not just standing there at a cauldron.
Okay. Oh, actually, wait, hold up. Did you roll for the charm?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys passed or not. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, go for it.
11 to hit.
It basically like blocks your attack as you swing at it, but it does not remove its eyes from Gwen above it.
The one that wasn't charmed, but okay.
They're
Dang.
both charmed.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going at the one near Gwen.
Yeah.
I thought I heard Cauldron. I apologize.
No, you're good. The one that's not near it is what I meant.
It basically dodges your attack.
Lord, my swinging arm's not great today, and I end my turn. Which I believe brings it back to the top of the round with Gwen then. Since the other 3 are indisposed.
Yep.
Alright, well, I will go ahead and use my greatsword again to attack the one I just did.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So 11 hit.
11.
Mm-hmm.
It actually blocks your sword with the arch of the bottom of its axe as it just looks at you dead in the eyes, snarling at you.
You can attack again.
That's true. Yeah, okay. I'll go for it again then.
Go ahead.
That was even worse. 8, because that was a nat 1. So, like,
Oh, a nat 1? I'm going to say that this time, when you swing down, it parries your blow so hard, and it actually got you at like a vulnerable angle as your greatsword actually flies from your hands and is sticking out of the ground next to you. You have been disarmed from your nat 1.
yeah, lovely.
And it just laughs at you.
Yeah, great. And that's the end of my turn then.
Perfect. Sophia?
Okay. What does this do? Oh, that's not what I want.
So, is there only just the one standing at my cauldron?
Yep. And he's healthy as an ox.
Is he close enough to be touching my cauldron?
He's like right in front of it. You could have your cauldron touch him.
Yes. I'm going to instruct my cauldron to just like go up on top of him as much as he can, and I'm going to cast heat metal on the cauldron.
Give me a second. Yeah, I guess that works. So you wanted to. We're gonna have to make like some type of stat block with health as well. Then, if it can jump on people like that. But for tonight, we'll just allow it. Yeah, it does that. Go ahead and roll your. And then I need to roll a dex save, right?
Nope. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage, but since I'm casting it at level 3, it will be taking 3d8 of fire damage.
Roll your damage.
And it continues to take that damage for as long as it's touching it on each turn.
Okay.
That would be 11 damage total.
It screams in pain as the enchantment wears off, and it's gonna basically because you don't have a stat block, I'm just gonna make it easy for it to it basically pushes your cauldron off of itself as its hands and its face and its stomach are burning.
And that unfortunately will also end the charm, but that'll end Sophia's turn.
Perfect. Avam.
All right, Quibbles. Let's see if we can get this other one. You're going to see the bonfire dissipate as he casts Witch Bolt at 2nd level on the one next to Gwen.
Go. Does it need to pass a check or?
It's an 18 to hit.
You rolled 18 to hit?
Yep.
It hits. What does it look like?
Basically, the book had flipped again to the spell of Witch Bolt, and then the sort of like a electrical charge comes out of it, touches Avam, and then shoots out from his chest, connecting with the demon spawn, and then a surge forms out of his chest, and then pops into the demon spawn, doing 14 lightning damage.
How does it die?
With the electrical surge, basically, it's kind of like what I'm imagining is the scene in like Avatar where he gets hit in the back with the lightning, where like his body kind of like plumes up, and you see like his skeletal structure as the lightning flies through it,
Oh yeah.
and then he just kind of collapses because his nervous system has basically been.
As he collapses,
Shot.
smoking, you guys actually hear a popping noise of his scales popping from the severe heat. It sounds kind of like popcorn, but you don't know what that is. Anyway, no, it was around that time. Never mind, you know what that is. Perfect. One left. Anything else, Avam?
No, that'll be it for Avam.
Who's next?
Dragon spawn, the only one left.
It's gonna run from the cauldron as it's gonna come at Baladin. Let me see here.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, bet, come get fucked up. It does as it comes up behind you, it takes you off guard, Baladin. As it slams its war axe straight into the shoulder between your armor, as it cuts in deep, it lands a critical as its blade hits your shoulder bone directly, as you'll take 14 damage.
All right. That's my 10 hit points gone.
Does a 19 hit you?
No.
A 19 doesn't hit you?
Nope.
Ah, damn.
I have a 21.
You know, last time we did my campaign, the fights were too hard. Now I'm doing them now, and you guys are just fucking decimating them. Gotta have to increase difficulties and find a perfect medium. It misses its 2 other attacks, and it ends its turn next to you, Baladin.
Yeah, I'm going to attack it with my warhammer. Hopefully hitting for the first time this combat.
Go for it.
That's a 20.
It hits.
All right, finally. I'm going to dump a searing smite into this.
Oh yeah. It's like Astero's hand kind of goes over your hammer as you swing. It's like you're getting a push.
Yes. So it will take a total of 18 damage total.
How does
half
it?
radiant, a half bludgeoning.
How does it go?
As I lift my hammer up in the air, I do like a little hop, and right on top of its head, a radiant nail appears, like a rail spike. As I hammer the nail into him, that's how the smite looks, by the way. I hit the nail, and it just with a split straight down the middle, I smashed the nail straight into the ground in one go, like nailing the ground.
Oh, I love.
It bursts radiant damage on each side of his body as it's cut open.
Are you hitting the nail in his head and having the nail go down, or?
Yeah, it hits right in the center of his head as I nail the head right into his skull, like nailing a hammer into a piece of wood.
The nail.
And then it cuts down the middle into the ground, nailing it into the ground as radiant forge fire just burns the openings.
That's awesome. It basically, you hit it so hard that the nail goes through its head, goes through its entire torso, and goes out of its taint into the ground below it as the forge fire comes up. And it just has radiant smoke kind of coming out of the top of its head. Is that how you pictured it?
Yeah, basically the nail goes like flying through him. Yeah, and
Cool.
then there's this fire coming out.
Perfect. You nail literally the last dragon spawn in your general area. You guys do hear some sounds of raiding kind of still happening at that campsite over there. As the camera kind of hangs over Paladin's shoulder as he kind of looks up and looks at the woods and at the flame shining through the trees. His head kind of, Paladin's head kind of pans up a little bit as the camera follows, just slightly behind his left shoulder, as what looms over this dragon spawn raid and the remembrance of the horrors of that tragic night, Paladin. You see the shadows of the Valador Mountains looming overhead from the dragon spawn's raiding grounds. And you feel your heart kind of sink from 5 years ago, as we'll end the sesh there.